Hi, welcome back to Tammy Talks About. You will have to excuse how I look. I was not planning on doing a video in the next little bit, so I have no makeup on, and I am working at home today. But, as you know, I did a video where we talked about the new article in Pop Topic about JD not being blacklisted from Disney. And yesterday, Tug, that umbrella guy, did a video too. And Tug has sources. I'm just a simple person with no sources. But he questioned some of this as well. And I don't know what sorry, folks. Like I said, I wasn't planning on doing a video today. We're trying to get that glare off here. But he literally just come out with a video. And I will leave a link in the description. And his sources have questioned what a lot of you questioned in the comments, something I was questioning myself. Actually, I went into the video just doing an article because what stood out to me, the main thing that stood out to me was the prolific sources, because I immediately saw the links between the ACLU and journalist, how I talked about the journalist. So, but I did have other questions about the article. I just had done it on a whim. I was on my way to work. So, but what we were talking about, or what's been questioned in the comments and things that people's been thinking about, is the statement that's made in the article about that Disney never fired Johnny. That they did it basically, they let him go because it was about money. They were going to see if they could hire another actor and not spend as much money, and that they'd even been in talks with Johnny to possibly do a cameo, all this stuff. And like Tug, I don't blame the publication yet. I kind of had this thought as I got through with the video yesterday, and then especially after seeing Tug's video, I wondered if it's possibly targeted disinformation, because as I said in that video yesterday, Diane Anders has been working on this story for a very long time as far as the Johnny Depp and stuff, and she's generally been positive to Johnny, and she's been one of the few people that's been willing to put out things like the body cam footage and things like that. So I don't think that she purposefully got this wrong. I think what it is there's a very big possibility that that was intentionally fed to her through a source. We've seen with she is capable of anything. Her people are capable of anything. So I really, as Tug said, he doesn't know yet, and I don't know either. I definitely don't know. I don't have any sources. Tug is my source a lot of times. But I think it's a very real possibility she was intentionally fed misinformation about this entire thing. In fact, Tug's sources have said that this entire article is all wrong, that these things aren't correct, and that Disney hasn't even reached out to Johnny since they let him go 4 days after the op-ed come out. And one thing that made me think about that, very real possibility she was fed misinformation, is they say in that article, this source claims that, since the op-ed came out, they were hit with tons of emails from people demanding that, they get rid of him and that they fall in line and, bring about information about this horrible thing that he had done. And I just really think she was fed misinformation, and I hate that. I really have a lot of respect for Miss Anders. She seems to be, as I said, one of the few people as far as media goes that's willing to tell the truth, or mainstream media. You've got a lot of people here on YouTube that are willing to stand up to people like the ACLU and to Elon Musk and to and say, no, you're not getting away with this. But when it comes to mainstream media, no, very few do. And, we've talked about this before. Rupert Murdoch, who owns The Sun, who is part of NGN, he owns a lot of media. He is a classic American media mogul. And I think a lot of the mainstream media publications are afraid to go against him, and I think that's part of why we see so little as far as positive information about Johnny, or when proof comes out, we don't see a whole lot of it in the mainstream. But I think, just like with this article here, this misinformation that I believe was fed to Miss Anders, I think she has a lot, or AH, let me be clear, has a lot of contacts in journalism. Obviously she does. I mean, she possibly has a baby with Elon Musk. And, she works for the ACLU. The ACLU definitely has a lot of media contacts and representation. So I just wanted to update you on that. So I didn't even take time to put on makeup, get ready or anything. I'm actually in my work clothes, so y'all excuse me. But like I said, I'm leaving a link to Tug's video where you can get more information about this. And, it just goes to show that even people who are trying to stand up for Johnny and are trying to stand up and say this is all a lie, that he didn't do these things to this woman, in fact she did them to him, can be fed the wrong information. She is so desperate because she knows that the truth's not on her side. Her attorneys know that the truth is not on her side. The ACLU know that the truth is not on her side. They know that there are a lot of people that knows they're all liars and that this was all about money. So it just shows that desperation. And we've just got to hang in there and keep getting the word out to as many people as possible. And, be sure if you go watch Tug's video, be sure and share that video. Get the word out. The more people that knows the lengths these vile human beings are willing to go to, the better. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about celebrity. It's about an innocent man being accused of something he didn't do. And the media running with it because the accuser is a woman. That's not right. That doesn't make it right just because she's a woman. Truth is what everyone should run with. And, the media used to be about looking for the truth, but they no longer are. That's why places like my channel, Tug's channel, all these channels that are willing to stand up for the truth are so important. And, the thing is in a way, Johnny represents those who've been falsely accused of something horrific, and a lot of times are the victims themselves. So that's why this is important. It's not about celebrity. It's about truth. It's about false accusations. It's about failures in the court systems. So I hope you will share Tug's video. Share mine if you want to. I don't know how much I can do for anybody, but share it if you want to. If you like this video, leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. And, I want to say one thing before we go. I've been thinking about this. I mentioned in passing how if someone had tweeted about that if everyone used their ticket price to donate to CHLA, I was thinking about, that petition's at what, nearly 2 million? Might be at 2 million by now. I haven't even looked. But even if just 1 million people took their ticket price, and let's just say an average of $10 a ticket, think about how much money that would be going to CHLA. You could split it up and give it to CHLA and the Art of Elysium. Jennifer Howell, her charity, she's worked hard, and for what she's been through this, her charity deserves that money too. But it's just something to think about before you go. And as always, thank you, and until next time, be blessed.